Men have always faced various challenges throughout history. In every time period, there was its own sort of almost like rite of passage or things that signified you becoming a man. Actually, I would say the better there was always been a fight. And I think nowadays we're losing the willingness to fight or to understand that at our deepest core, at our soul, like we were born to fight. And nowadays, we don't have the same battles as in the past. Maybe in the past, you had to actually hunt for your food, or you had to fight to protect your village or protect your town. Even not super long ago, especially in like America or even other places, like people have to go to war. You had this big battle. And nowadays it seems like we just don't have that battle anymore. We don't have this big challenge that just men just have to face. We're all just kind of just blowing through life, just easy peasy lemon squeezy. But I believe the biggest fight that modern day men face is the battle with their mind. Because we have so many outlets, so many media outlets, so many people, governments, your job, they're all manipulating you in a way. Because manipulation is a very common thing. Almost everyone you know manipulates you in some capacity. So you should just aim to be manipulated by people that you believe are actually seeking to benefit your life. But all these things we see is just it's weakening our mind. We're becoming softer. We're a very soft generation because we have no big challenges. There isn't anything that is necessarily life threatening. Shit, we don't even really, most dudes don't even have to like provide for their family as much because it's split in half now. You provide half, the woman provides half. So that's not even like your thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, like that was your thing. You know what I'm saying? You had some power, you did some shit with that. But now it's just like you're not even needed. But today I see just the route that most people are taking. And you may think of like anyone you see that seems to be somewhat exceptional or you think is above average, well, they're well above average. Because the average guy, he's non-existent. He like you see him at CVS working behind the cash register, and you never think about him again. Like in today's age, there is no glory for the average man. And in order to step out of this average realm, the first thing you have to tackle is your mind. That's a big premise of this channel is just the way you think, your thought process. You have to think differently than others because your thoughts lead into actions. Actions lead into results. But it starts with the way you think. And they're in real time poisoning the way we've thought for generations, for years. Like so many of these concepts and ideas that we have in today's age are brand new ideas. It's brand new shit. We have no idea if it actually works. We have no idea if it's actually going to be beneficial, but we're just trying shit, especially in America. And I know the majority of my demographic is in America, so this should be relatable. But we don't have that big battle. We don't have the wars. We don't have famines. we have the battle of our own minds. That's what's going to set us apart from the rest of humanity, to separate you from the masses. Is a person truly in control of their mind and their thoughts and aren't manipulated by individuals that he does not deem as worthy of being someone to follow, or someone that just simply doesn't have your best interest in mind. You have to take control of your thoughts. You have to think for yourself. You have to think about these different, you have to understand that everything you know, everything you think, everything you've ever thought, these are ideas that were placed upon you. More than likely, you have very similar beliefs to your family members or your friends around you, because you're learning these things and you just accept them. I challenge you to just question everything you know. Just question it. Like, don't think of anything. There's a saying that we question everything except for the things that we truly believe. The things that we truly believe, we don't even think to question them. And why is that? How do you know those are right? Especially if you learned these ideals, these thought processes when you were a child. No offense to anyone, but you weren't that smart. You weren't smart enough to make conscious decisions that would be beneficial to your future. You probably didn't even know what your future was going to be like. You just accepted what was given to you. And we have to stop accepting those things, because then you will continue to just be a sheep in the herd. The first step is to unlock your mind, where you can step outside of the herd. You can become your own person, your own man, with your own ideals. Do what you want. And it is a battle. Like, it gives the old feeling of waking up and going to war, going to battle against something that is trying to oppress you. Because they are. Your thoughts are being oppressed in real time. So you need to wake up with urgency and understand that you are in a battle. In the battle, me, you, our biggest battle is our mind. Like, we don't get to live in a world where all you have to do is be a big, strong dude and you were alpha. You were king of the hill because no one can mess with you because you were the strongest. Now you got to be the smartest. Being smart, understanding how to move with your finances, how to get ahead in life. Mental. Everything's mental now. We live in an information age where knowledge is king. We no longer can achieve our most masculine existence through physical feats. You know, no one cares about the big buff dude that's only big and buff, and that's all he's got going for him. He's dumber than a box of rocks. He's broke, but like, he's big. Nobody cares nowadays. You got to understand the game has changed. You have to adjust to the game. And understanding the game is the first part, and understanding that it's right here, bro. You got to think different. That's how you step outside of the pack. That's how you leave the herd. That's how you become a better man. Stop being average.